So the end of another day. One more day in July. I go back to work tomorrow. 4 days of meetings, and then work really starts to happen. I am not looking forward to the next 4 days. They're supposed to be, well, I'm not sure what they're supposed to be, but we always want them to be days that we can prepare and get our classrooms all in order and everything. But usually they're filled with way more meetings than we want. And I know tomorrow is not going to be any different. I think we're starting at 7:30. We go till 1 with meetings, and it's going to be boring. Anyway, this year is going to be very different for me. I think I tried to look at my schedule today on our system, and I have 11 kids in one class, and I think 15 in another, and that's all I have. They gave me a third class with no students in it, and then the fourth and fifth hours is when I'm doing the online instructional design coach position, which is pretty much lesson planning for the first couple weeks, and then preparing and finishing lesson plans to teach teachers how to use this stuff. I'm not supposed to be teaching them how to use their laptops or anything, their new ones. It's only how to run this Canvas program, which we just learned 2 weeks ago. Anyway, we'll see how that goes. And tonight, my son wanted to make dinner for his girlfriend over here at the house, so Maylin and I took off to go out to eat, and we went to a movie. We went and saw Blended with Drew Barrymore, I think, and Adam Sandler. I was not impressed. I guess I'm way too picky in movies. First of all, I don't know, first of all, second of all, third of all, but too many out of place, off color comments. Many off color comments, and they didn't fit. It was just, and it felt weird because it felt like we were in a theater full of people that were there on a field trip. And I don't know how that, what I mean by that is everyone laughed at the same stupid stuff and laughed loud like they all came as a group. I don't know. We've walked out of better movies. And actually, no, it was very close to being a movie we would walk out on. It was just, it would get right up to the point where we would say, okay, one more and we're out. And then it would get better for like 10 or 15 minutes. And then they'd throw another one in there. And, okay, so that part is one. The other is I am just so critical with acting or storyline, I guess. Maybe not acting, but storyline. If it's so freaking predictable, it bugs me. And it was very predictable. And it's kind of hard to say plot holes because there wasn't much of a plot with this. But, I mean, there was, but I'm ready to see a really good movie. I mean, good movie, good story, make me feel something. I didn't get it from Blended. Anyway, plenty of good movies coming up. Which is, okay, now this is really weird because I say that about movies, but yet lately I've been on a Planet of the Apes binge. And I wouldn't say binge because I'm not watching them all in 24 hours, but I'm talking the old ones. I'm talking the 1971 or maybe 68. I'm not sure when they started, but through 73, 74. Those movies with Charlton Heston, Roddy McDowall, Kim Hunter. And I like them, but at the same time, I see plot holes and stuff, and maybe it's a nostalgia thing for me. Because I remember, how old was I? I was right around 8, 9, 10 when they came out. There was 5 of them, so. But a couple of them I didn't see until after a while. But my brother would come home at night. He's 7 years older than me. He would come home. I was on the bottom bunk. He'd be on the top. And I'd ask him about the movie. And he would spend a half hour or 45 minutes giving me every detail of the movie. And it was really cool. In fact, that's one of the things that's a strong memory for me. Jerry coming home from a movie and telling me, and he's good at remembering and following and telling details. I mean, I remember this day, his description better than the movie itself. And actually, when I watched the movie finally, I could remember his description and it matched really well. One that I haven't seen yet that he came home and talked to me about was Ben and Son of Ben. Anyway, this is rat gone crazy or something. I don't know. But I've never seen it. I think it was too scary for me. I didn't want to see it. But I remember him coming home and telling me about that. But anyway, yeah, Planet of the Apes. Boy, we had low tolerance or high tolerance back then for special effects, or we didn't know better. I mean, I compare those first five to what, 30 years? Wow, 40 years later? A lot different. More emphasis is on the special effects, though, than story. Well, I take that back. Not more than story, but in some shows that's true. I don't think it was for this movie, but anyway. Hey, I gotta go. I've rambled long enough. Gotta get some sleep because I gotta wake up at 6 and get ready for this meeting. 5 hours of meetings. Ooh, reminds me, I gotta take water bottles to work. Yes, no more Pepsi. See you later. Good night.